Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, Blue Marble Riders. Today you catch Andy and me riding up island again together to see the Comox Air Show 2024. It's the first one they've had for years, and I am so looking forward to it. Although there is a bit of trepidation, we have just, as you see us, left the Sandbar Cafe, and I ran into a friend there, a friend that I work with. He's also into bikes, and he and his mates were all coming down from Comox Courtney. They wanted to get the heck out of Dodge because they said there are going to be 20,000 people coming, and you are going to be stuck in traffic all day. Still, that didn't deter us. I did wheel the big V-Strom out because of course it's got the heated grips, it's got the heated vest, it's got the big shield, but poor old Andy was on the Conti, although I think he enjoyed every minute of it. It was a little more exposed than me. Still, it's such a lovely ride up the island on that road that you can't help but enjoy yourself, even in the rain. But as I was riding up, I couldn't help remembering how all of this interest in aircraft started. In fact, how interest in aircraft and motorcycles started, and it was all down to one guy, and it wasn't my father, it was my Uncle Al. I don't really want to go into family dynamics except to say my original father was little more than a sperm donor washout. He left when I was very young. I did meet him again and nothing really changed in my opinion. But Uncle Al, well, he wasn't really an uncle. He ended up being a boyfriend of my mum's for quite a while, and even after they amicably decided to go their separate ways, he continued to be a father figure to me, and it's him that I thank for so much in my life. Uncle Al, or Big Al as other people used to call him, was an absolute beacon of men. He was someone with a calm respect, someone that was always respectful but strong. It was someone I really looked forward to. He was my absolute idol. So anything he touched, in my eyes, was worthy of taking an interest in. And of course, sailing, flying, and motorcycle riding were three things he absolutely loved to do. And he took me along for the ride, both metaphorically and literally. And here I am today, riding up on my bike to go see an air show. All because of the interest that he kindled in me as a kid. How important is that? And riding up, I couldn't help remembering nostalgically all the wonderful experiences Uncle Al had given me. Being an aeronautical engineer and a Civil Aviation Authority employee, he got to check ride in aircrafts and tell if they were airworthy or not. He would do a ground check, an air ride, and a post check, and I got to come along for those things. Even better, we would fly in his motor glider to the venues, whether it be the Isle of Wight to check out an ME-109 or a Spitfire, and I would get to climb around inside the cockpit, exploring, an 11-year-old boy allowed to roam around the Spitfire and Messerschmitt while he was doing the paperwork, and the owners were only too happy to have me look pleased, thinking that it might help them get through the checks. Man, I was lucky. But the pièce de la résistance was the check ride in the B-17 at Duxford called Sally B. I got to go inside that, crawl all around it, and then go for a ride. And it was the loudest, rattliest, bumpiest flight I had ever been on, and I loved every second of it. But one thing it did do was give me an absolute respect for all those American airmen who flew on the B-17s over Germany and endured hours and hours of that interminable vibration, rattle, only knowing that they were going to be facing a Focke-Wulf or a Messerschmitt on the other end, with scant little for protection. What a memory, and just amazing. Unfortunately for the owners of Sally B, he failed the plane, but only after the flight. He said afterwards with a little bit of a chuckle, he already knew it was going to fail because they had a seat in there. It was actually an old office chair that they had screwed to plywood with 4 or 5 screws, which was not up to airworthiness. However, he decided to overlook that and go on the check flight before he decided to write it off. It was a simple fix, and he knew it wouldn't be too much harm for them, but boy did we enjoy ourselves that day. And of course, in between all of these wonderful experiences, we were flying to the places in his motor glider, and so I got to learn to fly. And it's that experience that probably allowed me to go solo only after 7 hours when I took my private pilot's license. But best of all were the air shows. Sometimes we would fly in, but mostly we would ride on his AJS 350. Now, while I was not scared of flying at all, landing an aircraft at age 11 or 12, with sometimes him getting quite irate at me, none of that worried me. But getting on the back of that AJS, I have to admit, as a young child, I was a little bit scared. It took a few rides and him constantly reminding me to lean with the bike, as opposed to me trying to stay upright thinking that I was going to come off, before I got fully comfortable with it. And then it was amazing. I had my little helmet and we would go whipping through those old English B roads off to some grassy airstrip where there was an eclectic collection of planes and all the junk food a kid could want. Noise, planes, motorcycles, junk food. What more could a kid ask for? And here I was, doing it all over again, just a big kid, and loving it.
But the locals are loving this, I bet.
So here we are in traffic on the way to the Comox Air Show.
What's making that noise? Is that your fan?
Probably. What about your fan? Oh, I forgot you don't have one.
It's going to be sealing. That'd be a crappy well, too.
Okay, well here we are leaving Comox Air Show. I'm lining up on runway 36. I think I'll get clearance from the tower for takeoff. Nice. That'll have to be a thumbnail on the video.
Oh yeah.
Clearing runway 18. Don't hear that often on a bike, do you? That was a great day, if long, and there was a lot of, as you can see, there's hardly any cars here now. Hey Andy! I'm going to keep this in the video. I don't know what he's doing and when he's going to turn around when he figures it's a dead end. Here he comes. The light's on.
Yeah, the exit's down that way. Okay, thank you.
Poor boy, he needs a beer. That's all there is to it. He needs a beer. Hilarious. Thanks. This is Point Lazio, or Lazio Point, Lazo Point, there you go. And apparently it's a good place to see the planes coming in and taking off from. There's another beach at the other end. Doesn't get any more beautiful than this though, does it? Vancouver Island, May. Yeah, gorgeous day. Okay, Andy's filled his tank up. Not that he needed to, he only used half a tank from sort of on the round trip so far, but always good to stop when you can. Oh, water is what we need.
Water in the form of wheaty water.
Well, that was a great day, Andy.
Brill.
Once again, thanks for watching everyone. If this is the first time you've watched, please consider subscribing. I do product reviews, motorcycle reviews, off-road and on-road vlogs, as well as tours. Don't forget to follow me on social media, that's Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, and to like, and especially, I'm begging you here folks, subscribe. This is the BlueMarbleRider, out.